Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. The band, and somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Snarkmarkville. The mighty Yankees have struck out.
Oh man, this is Casey at the bat. You're Casey at the bat me?
Casey at the bat and you, dude.
God damn it. Welcome to the Snark Marks, everybody. We're a very funny podcast out of Central Valley of California. We're also a very butthurt podcast because the Yankees, like, historically shit the bed. Like, it was like a bed shitting, like, you shit the bed the first time you laid with a lady.
Yeah, it's like you have to move to a new town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you change your name, whole new town.
I was just sitting there. It's game 5. I'm already packing my bags for LA, dog. Like, we're going. Game 6 is happening. We're gonna do this damn thing. Garrett Cole's breezing through everything, and then Aaron Judge goes cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Anthony Volpe makes a bad throw to third, and then Garrett Cole and Anthony Rizzo just forget that you have to touch first base.
You have to. Well, to Garrett, I'm Dusty, by the way. Hey.
Yeah.
Did
You know who I am.
Did Garrett Cole forget? No, you still in the middle of your angst. Remember to introduce yourself.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I'm a professional broadcaster.
Right. Did he forget that he's supposed to cover first?
It was really weird. Basically, what happened was
they were both doing the Spider-Man meme with the other guy. No, you.
He started to go, and he said he was trying to cut the ball off. I believe him because that's a weird thing to say if you weren't trying to do it, because it really doesn't look like he was trying to do that, and I don't think he would lie. But so that particular ground ball, at the velocity that it came out, generally the first baseman comes forward, fields it, steps on first base. Very easy. What happened was that particular ground ball had wild side spin. It was like a bunch of English on it, like in pool. You know what I mean? So the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo, was like, I got to give this one a little bit of room. I got to see what the spin's going to do to this ball before I field it. Garrett will be there. No props. Garrett leaves and goes, no, that's a ground ball that the first baseman gets and touches first. They both just had, it was just a weird in-between thing that broke Andrew's heart.
Yeah.
I stood up when that ground ball got hit because it would have been crazy. We loaded the bases, just a comedy of errors, boners all over the place. And then he strikes out 2 guys, gets this shitty squibber, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to go, fuck yeah! And then I realized nobody covered first base.
I was watching. I'd been watching the games. It's an odd feeling because I know very passionate Dodger fans. I know very passionate Yankee fans. I have no horse in the race really, except that the Dodger fan base is almost untenable to me.
But yeah, it's because we live in California. They're everywhere.
True, yes, but
a lot of them are the worst fans in the world. So are Yankee fans.
Right. So I'm watching the game and I'm consciously being like, do not text Andrew about things that are happening in this game. Because when the Yankees are up, I don't want to jinx what's happening. When the Yankees are down, obviously I don't want to kick a man when he's down.
Jinxes don't exist, and you can text me if you want. Just make sure that I'm live.
It's like a baseball, right? It's a. I feel the baseball truth. Like if you were throwing a shutout, I wouldn't talk to you. You know,
no hitter, shutout day is fine.
Yeah, no hitter.
I honor that one. Like if I'm like at a game, like if I'm coaching or playing a game and somebody has a no hitter, I don't say anything. I was coaching a game one time, and our pitcher had a no hitter going, and we were just kicking the crap out of a team.
Yeah,
and the pitcher's name was my friend Goose.
Yes,
you know Goose.
I know Goose.
And there's a kid leaning up against the dugout fence on the bench, and he goes, Goose has got a no-hitter going, huh? And then the next pitch goes over the center field fence.
Yeah. As soon as the Yankees lost, my immediate thought was, well, I have to read No Joy in Mudville.
Yeah, you know. I texted Dusty, and he was like, can we go on Saturday or what? And I was like, well, if the Yankees lose this game, I might kill myself.
I feel bad for Aaron Judge
Yeah, it
because
sucks.
Aaron Judge is he's an incredible baseball player. He's got millions of dollars. No one has to feel bad for him. He is a weirdly put together person.
Yeah,
Like he's
like
almost he's like too big.
it's like it's yeah. Well, yeah, he's built like Gronkowski. He's like 6'7", almost 300 pounds, and baseball players don't get that big. It's usually
Right.
not like a size for baseball. You're playing other sports. If you're an athlete and you're that big,
Yeah.
but and he's a nice guy. Like he's a humble guy. He says all the right things. He's the captain, all these things, and he just once
Yeah.
again also shit the bed. And then he had figured out his swing. Like
yeah, but
his takes were good. His swings were good in that last game. He hit a home run. He almost hit another home run. He hit a double, and then he made a brilliant catch in left center field. And then he gets the easiest fly ball of all time, tries to do too much, looking at Kike Hernandez at first base to see if he can double him up, which, by the way, Aaron, you're not going to double him up.
is a oof magoof,
Just catch the ball. But
yeah. Well, in the replay, unfortunately, no one has ever looked dumber. The face he was making when he dropped the ball is an unfortunate face for such a big guy to have because it made him look simple,
dude, that feeling
like
when like I didn't play a lot of outfield because I was good. But once you get to the major leagues, the good play, or even college, the good guys play outfield. But where
right, you need dexterous people in the infield positions.
I dropped things. Balls went through my legs a couple times and stuff like that. The feeling when you watch the ball roll away from you when you had it, like it was the easiest thing in the world. One time we were in extra innings and I was playing second base and they bunted down the first baseline. So the first baseman had to go in and get it. So I had to go cover first base. And the first baseman fielded it, gave me a perfect little underhand. And we're playing a really good team too. Give me a perfect little underhand toss, and I just closed my glove too early. And it would have hit me in the chest. It was a perfect toss, and I just dropped it straight to the ground. And that inning, the winning run scored, and my face was in the doo doo. But
then they ran you out of town on a rail.
Yeah, that feeling is it's awful, and it's got to be way worse in the World Series, especially in a World Series that he struggled in. They didn't deserve it. The Dodgers were better. Period.
Yeah. That's well, and again, this is a "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina" moment. It's very difficult for my empathy to extend to the team that's won the most World Series of all time.
Yeah, a lot of those were when there weren't any black guys, though, and a lot of those,
sure,
a lot of those were like.
Are you guys not counting those now? Is that a new thing that I hadn't heard about?
It's very funny. Well, it depends on who you talk to. I mean, because there's a lot of Yankee fans who are like 27, bro. Yeah. I do it because it's funny, because it's obnoxious, right? I'll do it to my friends. Like I was at a Dodger fan friend's house for game 3. I think it was game 3, and the Dodgers were winning, and my friend's kids were just trying to talk relentless shit to me.
Right.
But I was they're just dumb. So like, it was very easy. I was just like, man, I told one kid, man, you're just wrong about everything, aren't you? Because I can't remember what he said, but I forgot where I was going with this. They showed a graphic on the screen that was like World Series titles. It was Yankees at the top with 27, and Dodgers were at the bottom of the graphic, because the graphic only went like 5 teams, with 7. And I was sitting there and I was like, you guys only have 7? What the hell? I thought you guys were one of the marquee organizations in baseball. You can win the next 19 years. But
what do you mean you only have 2?
What do you mean you only have 2? But some of those were when they were playing with a broomstick and a sock. You know what I mean? So like,
when chlamydia was the main enemy of most of the teams.
Syphilis. There was one. There's one. It was one season of Babe Ruth's career where he didn't play well and he missed a lot of games, and they called it the bellyache heard round the world because he like had a stomach ache. But the rumor is that it was syphilis that was fucking him up.
Yeah, of course it was. Happened.
Got him and what's his name? mobster
Al Capone.
Al Capone, dude.
Yeah.
Rest in
Uh,
peace. We missed you.
this is actually an interesting point. I just finished reading a book called Calico, which is like a I basically picked it because the cover looked cool, and I was like, okay, let's see what's going on here. It's a
Were you
time
reading it or listening to it?
or listening to it. Sorry,
There you go.
yes,
All
I
right.
don't want to
Let's make the
stolen
distinction
valor.
here.
Yeah, um,
Yeah.
that I actually took the time to sit down and read a book.
Yeah.
Uh, I was listening to the audiobook of it, and it's a guy who accidentally gets sent back to the 1880s. He's from 2019, but then he has to live in the 1880s. And I think we might have briefly touched on this before. I think I'm out within a week of the 1880s. None of the skills I have translate to being able to survive in the olden times. Not a
Yeah,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck black licorice.
Yeah.
No, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 because
Okay.
I am 6 years behind the times.
Yeah.
But the game is so like detailed. It's a masterpiece. Like the game's
Right.
amazing.
Yeah.
And it's 6 years old, but it's incredible. And but like if your horse gets too dirty, it starts getting tired faster, so you have to clean your horse, and like your stamina bar goes up slower if you're dirty, so you got to go to a hotel and get a bath because there's no fucking baths wherever you are.
Yeah.
I was on my way. I knew there's this legendary horse that like after you do a certain mission pops up like way across the map. Um and I saw that like on the internet, so I was like, I'm gonna go get that horse. I got a fast horse. It's white, sick, Arabian horse.
I got a sick ass horse.
So it's up in the like frozen tundra, and so you have to travel all the way up there, and you have to change your clothes to warm clothes once you get to the frozen area, or you're gonna freeze to death. Basically, you start your health bar starts going down. Game's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
but
sounds fun. Sounds like a real escape.
You know, you've played like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
I don't know if did you ever play Red Dead Redemption?
I played it a little bit, yeah.
So you mark places on the map, and it tells you on the mini map like where to ride. You know.
Yeah.
It led me off a cliff into a frozen lake. So because I was like, I literally thought before this, because I was like, well, that looks like a little sketchy area, but this line tells me to go there. They're not going to tell me to go in a place where I can't go. And I fall off my horse, and my horse drowns in the water. And like, I can't revive it because you have to be able to get into a specific position to revive the horse, because you have horse reviver. And it was underwater. And there was like an ice cap next to me, and I'm just dying in the water trying to save my horse because my saddle's on there and all my shit's in there. I can't get my saddle off the horse.
Right.
So I had to walk like a mile and a half to get this legendary horse. And you have to like break the horse. So you get on it and you're like fighting it and stuff. And the first time it kicked me off and just fucking ran away, dude. And I was like, no way. Because if I don't get this legendary horse, my horse is dead as shit in the water over there.
And
I'm going to have to walk all the way back.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be fit for it, man.
No, I was listening to the book. It really reminded me of like, oh yeah, back in the day, the barber was also considered the most knowledgeable doctor. The
dentist just is the guy with tongs,
right? And they used to think that all the diseases were caused by the air. So like, because germ theory, I guess there's some in the late 1800s, but the germ theory doesn't come in until like the early 1900s. So they used to just think like, oh, everything's from contaminated air, which some stuff I guess would be because the towns were horrific, but it's like, oh, we can have as much human waste as we want in this giant ravine. That's not the reason everybody's getting cholera and dying. It's because the air is mean. And I probably 4 days. None of the stuff I know helps me in the past. They didn't even have drum sets back then, so I couldn't have even got a job as the
drum set. They had, you could have been the drum guy for a battalion.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like a cavalry drum guy.
Yeah, but then I'm going to war. And you're at the front, so that's no good either.
Well, either you get to you make some money,
Right.
playing your instrument, you're a traveling artist, or you die and you're released from this coil,
Yeah, yeah. From this terrible tragedy.
this curse.
Yeah. I think I could be what I want to see is a book where the guy goes back in time and he just becomes a famous writer writing all the movies that have come out subsequently. So like Star Wars by Dusty Godwin, and it's kind of right because I remember most of Star Wars, but I
Yeah.
don't remember everything. And so there's like not all of it is 100%.
Oh, it would literally be. Do you remember when that pop punk got originated in 1880? Because it's just gonna be me going like, "Wake
Where
me up when September." Well, because they made that Beatles movie. I never saw it, but they made that Beatles movie. Where what if the Beatles never existed?
yeah.
If I was around in the 1880s, if I popped into it, I would probably become a snake oil salesman.
Oh yeah, you've got big Halil Hunley from The Simpsons energy.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that would or like a minister.
Yeah. Like a mystic would kind of work cuz like I know enough about the past that I think if I could make it through the
Shut up.
initial if I can make it through the initial problem of not dying from old timiness, whatever. Like I know enough about the past that I think I could do okay
Yeah.
as like a Nostradamus type.
Enjoy Lincoln, boys, while
Yeah,
you
yeah.
last.
Don't
Don't go
go
to the
to the.
Ford Theater.
Yeah, they're like the Titanic, huh? What's the odds that thing sinks? None. I'll take the bet.
I'll take any bets.
Yeah, give me them all. That's
That shit goes straight to the bottom. But then you bet you get too big for your britches and you bet so much that it gets like the White Star Line get word of it, so they're
right.
extra careful, or they reinforce the ship a little bit more because you're gonna tell somebody it's gonna hit a fucking iceberg, bro. Because that's
Yeah,
the thing, we got big mouths,
I moved the
so
money line. Yeah,
it's gonna
that's
you're gonna move the money line. People are gonna be like, there's some weird money coming in from from D Godwin in
yeah.
Boston,
He's
and he seems
he's
to
off
have some inside dope.
he's offloading a lot of cash to Lucky Luciano.
Let's write this movie. Guy goes back to I think it was 1912.
Yeah,
The Titanic sinks. He wants to make a fortune off the Titanic sinking. He bets so much that it moves the money, and the White Star Line gets word of it, right?
yeah.
So they reinforce the ship, and they have they do whatever extra for icebergs.
Yeah.
And you're like,
They have
so
a guy out there ready to punch it.
yeah,
Or
with
what?
like
Yeah,
with like a 100-foot pole
yeah,
that it hits the pole before it hits the iceberg, before
yeah.
the ship hits the iceberg. And so the plot of the movie is you have to somehow sink the Titanic.
I thought you were gonna say that's really good. That's better than mine. What's the butterfly effect of the Titanic not sinking?
No, you
Yeah,
can. The guy had, but that would be funny too. But
he's
like,
got to get a ragtag team of guys together.
yeah, guys, we gotta sink. Listen, we have to sink this fucking
I'm out
ship.
way over my skis on this thing.
Yeah.
You thought I bet big money on the 1906 San Francisco earthquake.
Yeah.
I am pot committed here.
I am fuck city if
Yeah.
that thing doesn't go down.
And then and then you get caught and he has to go to Alcatraz and then he has to try to escape Alcatraz.
Yeah.
That's the second where I have no working knowledge of how to get out of Alcatraz. So then
and you don't know which guys escaped from Alcatraz because you want to team up with those guys, but you don't
right.
know which guys they are. You're like, okay, I know the Birdman. The Birdman did not escape from Alcatraz, from what I remember.
I know one day Roddy Piper will cut a promo from here. I just need to live
God, I
long
wish
enough.
that was useful.
I just need to live long enough to get for Piper.
You're just looking for guys that are hanging out in threes.
Yeah.
Like,
let's see.
Does that guy look like he can swim?
That guy look like he can make it to shore. The guy who wants to escape Alcatraz says what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three motherfuckers are figuring out a way to get out of here.
And then I was thinking, I was listening to this book last week, on my way to my job playing drums for a church, uh, and I was eating an egg McMuffin because that's what I do on Sunday morning. And I was thinking, what do you if you gave an egg McMuffin, a sausage egg McMuffin, to a man from 1886? Do you think he would just explode? Like,
Hmm.
or do you think he could?
He'd probably get really sick
Yeah, couldn't
after
handle it.
eating
I
it.
don't think so.
I think he would. How much they had cheese for
Sure,
sure.
and they had
They didn't have
sausage
this
and
cheese,
yeah, they had sausage and egg. But I don't
and
know
I'm
that.
sure English muffins existed.
Yeah, but they didn't have the
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 lab
the McDonald's uh
machine.
make you salivate lab for it, you know.
What if you gave him a McFlurry?
Or just like an asada burrito.
He'd come
What's
up and just
the
be like, "Hello, friend. You got any more of those frozen cream? Give me one. Give me
yeah,
another one of those. I'll take an
the
M&M."
what a magic what sort of magic, and I'll tell him it came from the east, just sort of
Yeah,
mysteriously. How
and
did you
he keeps walking east until he hits the ocean and just keeps walking into the ocean.
yeah.
I must find them.
How did you I'll tell them somebody from Atlantis gave me the recipe. They don't know.
Yeah,
They can't prove it.
he
The
finds Atlantis and changes history.
That's the sequel to the Titanic movie.
He was
Is
looking for a McFlurry.
yeah.
We should just do a bunch of like alternate history comedy movies. What was we wrote a funny idea for a movie. Oh, the Ernest
Yeah.
in the Olympics.
Ernest Goes to the Olympics.
So we've got Ernest Goes to the Olympics.
Yeah.
We've got the guy who has to sink the Titanic. That's going to be
Yeah.
the name of it. And we've got the guy who gets
The guy
McFlurry.
the guy who opens the most successful ice cream shop in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. And crushes his competition. We need all of that money to make the Pope show that we that we wrote years ago.
What, it was just normal guy Pope, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was called Cardinal Law.
Cardinal Law.
And it was through some sort of crazy coincidence, Danny McBride becomes the Pope, but he's just some guy. And in our dream casting, Patrick Stewart is the cardinal that has to try to teach him how to pope correctly. Like
He just makes declarations that women's clothes have to get more revealing.
yeah. Within look, I'm the king of this city. The only joke I remember is this whole place has cobblestone streets, but I can't get no goddamn Wi-Fi out here.
What the hell is this? I got a text from a friend of ours recently. He said, "Movie idea. All I have is the name. Dr. Dumb. Sequel is called Son of Dr. Dumb." And I said, "I love it. Make it a really dumb premise, like a medical school accidentally sent a diploma to the dumbest man alive."
And now he can practice medicine.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah. Or that could work in our old timey thing too, because like if I went back in time, I have like the amount of medical knowledge I have is not
you would
helpful.
revolutionize medicine. You would
Right.
revolutionize
It's not helpful now, but back then, if I was like, hey guys, what if we just washed our hands before we touched any stuff that goes inside of our body? Let's
know how many gay slurs you'd be called.
Let's just try it for a week, fellas. Let's see. We can try it for a week.
If I'm crazy, I'm crazy, but I feel like you guys can do this.
Or just like no, I hear you. You think the blood is poisoned. What I'm telling you is this guy has a cough. If we don't take his blood out, might help him get better. That's all I'm saying.
What if we poop over there?
Let's say we're here. Let's walk a comfortable stretch.
Yeah.
Just, you could even mosey,
Yeah.
But over there.
Over there. Just not here.
Just,
which way's the wind going? Let's go the other direction.
Yeah. Let's call our town here. Let's call where we poop over there.
Over there. We poop over there. We don't poop over here. And
when we're done, what do we do, fellas? A unanimous chorus. Wash our hands.
We wash our hands. Of course we do.
Yeah. This man knows everything, and yet, like, vaccines escape me. All
Yeah.
sorts of all sorts of medical. Like I was thinking, like I don't even know. Like I know that the first antibiotics were created from mold, but I don't know what mold or how. Like,
Oh, okay. So the only reason I know a little bit of this is because the other day a piece of that specific mold sold for $60,000. I talked about it on my radio show.
oh wow,
Can't remember what the guy's name was, but he was working on something, and he had like microscopes or whatever.
isn't
He
that
had mold.
Joseph Pasteur? That's why they
I don't know.
pasteurize it.
I don't think that was him, but you could be right.
I could, well, yeah,
Get the Google machine if you want.
yeah.
This is the guy. Well, this is the guy who developed penicillin. And what happened was he realized that the mold was killing all the bacteria around it. Like there's all the bacteria was
Oh.
dying. And so he figured out that, hey, this stuff kills bacteria, blah, blah, blah. And then
I wonder.
he used to walk around. Apparently it got a little annoying because I think he won the Nobel Prize. But
Sure.
like he would just walk around with a bunch of like little, those the sciencey things with two pieces of glass together.
Yeah, the slide
with mold in it, and he would just hand them to people. This is the mold that started penicillin, and like one of the like princes of England was like, another one of these. Like he gives me one every time I see him.
Yeah, that's
how much mold did he have?
I mean, if that's your claim to fame, you won the Nobel Peace Prize being the mold guy.
Well, it's pretty sick to like. It's a cool gift.
Oh yeah, to solve, to help make the modern world possible.
Well, no, I'm just saying like the even the mold.
Oh yeah, even the mold. Alexander
like
Fleming is the dude that you're thinking.
That's
of.
the name.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Like, but he just seemed to be like, well, one of those guys that always has to be like, hey, man, back when I invented penicillin.
Right.
That was me.
He's the equivalent of the dude who won the state championship and just won't let it go.
Yeah, he figures out a way to tell the waiter.
Yeah.
I invented penicillin. Anyway, is there can I sub the mushrooms for spinach?
Yeah. Oh, this has cheese. You want to know an interesting thing about cheese?
Yeah.
Who could it be? Somebody used that to create penicillin. Pretty cool guy, probably. Who do we think? And he's like the whole time he's fiddling with his Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah. He just wears it around his neck everywhere.
He's got his medallion.
The name escapes me.
He's like biting it.
Yeah, I just can't think of who that might be.
It was me. Everybody knows
it's me. Come on, I'm Alexander Fleming.
Do you guys have a Nobel laureate discount menu?
Yeah, it's me and the guy who told us to poop over there. He's my main competition.
Pardon me. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have cholera?
You want to know who? You want to know why you don't?
You're welcome.
Hey.
And then he dances away.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be the smartest doctor in 1880 with zero knowledge of how to do anything. You
could just go. What you should do is go to the doctors, go to wherever the best college was at the time.
Yeah.
And be like, listen, I have all of this knowledge. You guys can fill in a lot of these holes. Because they didn't know nothing.
Sure.
They knew anatomy pretty well. They knew certain things. Yeah. And give me money.
Yeah. There's not a witch that's making you sick. You can't poop in the water. That's all I'm telling. You guys can take it from there.
After they give you the money, that's what you tell them?
Yeah. Well, we know not to poop in the water. Do you?
That shit they're doing leeches, throw it out the window.
Yeah.
let the leeches free.
You gotta get rid of the
leeches.
You gotta get rid of those leeches. What you gotta do, keep the blood inside of somebody's body. Yeah. That's blood outside, always a bad move. I guess I could go to like the police too and be like, hey, there's fingerprints and shit everywhere.
Yeah,
you gotta not just.
I don't know exactly how they do it. I feel like I've seen them put dust on things and then it reveals the fingerprints. But you got to figure it out from there. But there are fingerprints all over the place.
Yeah, and the creepy guy who lives in town, probably him. Yeah. He probably did it. You want to check that guy's house.
If you go through a lot of the stories, it's probably him.
Yeah, it's most of these accidents happen within 5 miles of your town, and then I'm the smartest man alive.
Yeah,
that's how I make my money in the past. Just solving the simplest problem they got.
Go way back and like, no, God's not putting the sun down. Listen,
No, I think you got to walk the a fine line, because you go back too far and you start messing with it, they just kill you.
oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna get burned at the stake at almost any venture, like
Yeah.
anywhere.
Any,
But
either that or they're
you
or
kill
they'll
me,
just
you lose my knowledge.
yeah. You goddamn savages, you not, and then I'm dead.
Yeah, then he's dead.
Yeah,
The
I'm
guy who
glad.
lived 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm actually glad you're doing this. I hate it here. Uh, so I wanted to lift your spirits a little bit, Andrew. I know it's been a tough week. Had some.
Yeah, dude, it was like the Yankee. It was like I saw Robert Whitaker get choked out so bad that his teeth left the bottom part of his face. Did you see that?
I have not seen that. No.
It was very gross.
Yeah.
Khamzat Chimaev put him in a chin lock, basically, he didn't get the choke under the neck and just broke the bottom of his teeth. Like it was like, and then he tapped immediately.
Yeah,
and
I don't
then,
like that.
Right after that, Max Holloway gets knocked out for the first time in his career. And then I'm like, well, at least I got the Yankees game 1 tonight. Walk off grand slam.
Yeah.
It was a tough week.
Tough week. I don't know if you've seen this. This is a spin on the old Andrew Pixum. But
well, also, did you see Fat Joe?
I didn't see Fat Joe. I've heard mixed reviews.
He
would
was
be the best
awful.
way. Yeah.
He was like it was like he couldn't hear the song. So the Dodgers in Game 2 bring out Ice Cube, and Ice Cube rocks the shit to the ground. Like he's I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm West Coast,
right.
But Ice Cube was just good. He was good.
Today was a good day. What are you gonna do?
He rapped every song, every word of it, except for like he censored it. But of course, Fat Joe went out to a backing track that he couldn't hear. First of all, it's Fat Joe.
Sure.
You're gonna counter Ice Cube with Fat Joe.
I've been thinking about this because New York has so many incredible rappers.
Jay-Z, the Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, 50 Cent. You called Fat Joe?
But I think Fat Joe's from the Bronx.
I don't care where he's from.
I don't think the other dudes are from the...
Then call J-Lo.
Yeah.
I'd rather hear Jenny from the Block. He didn't even do much of Lean Back. He walked out to the beat to Lean Back, and then he did I can't remember what his song was. I think his song was called New York, but like he was just stumbling over it. He couldn't say half the words because apparently it's the filthiest song ever written because you couldn't hear anything. Like I said, he couldn't hear his backing track. He didn't move around. There was no charisma. He didn't look like he wanted to be there. He stood on the mound. You don't stand on the mound in Timberlands.
But one upside, looks like he's been taking care of himself. Looks like regular sized Joe.
He looked like Babe Ruth.
Right.
He looked exactly like Babe Ruth. Because Babe Ruth,
I can see that.
Not as fat as people say that Babe Ruth was. Like Babe Ruth was just like a thick boy, but he was the fattest guy in 1920.
Right, but also the strongest. He was like, because back
Strong
then,
as an ox.
Back then that's what it was. You were thick and you were strong. Like there
weren't a lot of giant ripped guys. There were some, but there weren't that many.
Yeah,
not as many as now.
That's but we're doing a twist on the Andrew Pixum. Have you seen the thing where I give you 6 names and you have to put them in random? You have to put them in order.
Oh yeah,
but I only give them to you
blind ranking.
Blind ranking.
Okay.
All right. We're going blind ranking classic Yankees.
Okay.
Lou Gehrig.
I feel like there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be some bangers on this one. So if the next 3 are fucking Kareem Garcia and Bobby Mercer, I'm going to be pissed. But so I'm going 3 with Lou Gehrig.
Okay. Mickey Mantle.
This fucking sucks. I should have went 4 with Lou Gehrig. I'm going to go. Unfortunately, I'm going to go. I'm going. I gotta leave room.
Yeah.
No, I'm going 2. I'm going 2 with Mickey Mantle.
Okay. Joe DiMaggio.
God damn it. I got to go 4. That sucks because he should be
Yeah.
above some of these guys.
Roger Maris.
6.
Wow.
Very good
Okay.
Yankee, but I'm going
Yeah.
6.
Reggie Jackson.
5.
Okay.
Very good Yankee, but I'm going 5.
That would leave.
Chuck Knoblock. I got
Yeah.
it at 1.
Paul O'Neill. I tricked you. No.
Hey,
Babe
the
Ruth.
Warrior, dude. I'm
Yeah.
cool with it. Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
I'm going 1 with Babe
Yeah.
Ruth.
All you've got is 1 for him. So you got Babe Ruth 1, Mantle 2, Gehrig 3, DiMaggio 4, Reggie Jackson 5, Roger Maris 6.
That's not bad. I would flip Maris and Jackson. I would go Maris a little bit above Jackson as a Yankee. The DiMaggio Mantle, Gehrig is tough.
Yeah.
Like Gehrig, the thing that sucks about like Gehrig was amazing, but we don't know.
Right.
Babe Ruth, you got to put 1 because Babe Ruth just transcended the game. DiMaggio and Mantle, in terms of talent, Mantle probably number 1. Mantle played hurt his whole career, but DiMaggio had the hitting streak, and he was just incredible. Yeah, I'm okay with the list.
He's in a Simon and Garfunkel song. Where'd he go?
He was hanging out in Maryland.
Yeah. Modern Yankees. It's the next list.
Okay.
All right. Alex Rodriguez.
There's 6 of them on this one too.
There are 6 on them on this one as well.
Am I going? Can I go any way with this? Am I going how much they mean to me, or am I going how good they were?
However you want to rank it.
I'll go a hybrid because A-Rod was a fucking good Yankee. 3.
Okay. Andy Pettitte.
Probably should have gone 2. This is a lot of this is gonna hurt. 4.
Okay. Aaron Judge.
2.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Mariano Rivera.
Oh, fuck. What's gonna suck is I'm gonna put him number 1. I can't put anybody over Mariano Rivera except for maybe Derek Jeter. But I can't put Mariano Rivera below Alex Rodriguez. So I have to put him 1, and then I'm gonna end up putting Jeter at like 5. Rivera number 1, man.
Okay. Derek Jeter.
Yeah. The highest one available.
That would be 5.
That sucks.
Yeah. And lastly, coming in on that 6th spot, 1 Jorge Posada.
I'm okay with 6 for Jorge. Jorge was amazing. Should be a Hall of Famer. He really should. But there's some bangers on that list. I was worried you were going to say Bernie Williams, my favorite player of all time. I was going to have to put him last. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have.
Yeah,
for my own joy.
Yeah.
So we got Mariano Rivera 1, Aaron Judge 2, Alex Rodriguez 3, Andy Pettitte 4, Derek Jeter, the captain.
Yeah.
Old number 2.
Yeah.
The 5 spot, and then number 6 Jorge Posada.
Yeah, I would have went Jeter, Rivera, Judge, A-Rod, and who do I have left? Posada and
Pettitte.
Yeah, Pettitte, Posada.
Okay. It was just Halloween as we record this.
Mm-hmm.
Blind ranking these candy bars, Andrew.
Oh shit. Okay. Now the important stuff.
Now the real stuff. Snickers.
Hey, baby. I got 6 of them.
You got 6 of them.
2.
Snickers, good candy bar.
Yeah, Snickers is a good candy bar.
It's like
candy bar.
It's a hefty candy bar. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like it's almost a
dense
meal to itself. Yeah. It's got like a black hole's density.
You hit a bunch of the food groups.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. I gotta
take care of that. Starburst.
5.
Ooh, not big on the Starburst?
When I was a kid, I liked the fruity stuff more, and isolate that. but I'm more into chocolate now than I am the fruit candies.
Okay, you can put in Bart Simpson's endorsement of this candy bar as part of its ranking if you'd like.
Can I
The
change it
Butterfinger.
to? Oh, you've already said the next one, so I can't. Fuck. I don't really like the Butterfinger. See what's gonna suck. What's gonna suck is, and I'm not gonna hand you something so you change one of the options. But
Sure, I have integrity, Andrew. The list is made.
see, but what sucks is we're gonna get a Smarties or we're gonna get a candy corn, and I'm not gonna have the 6th spot ready for that because I don't like the Butterfinger.
Right.
Have I used 5? I used 5 on Starburst.
You use 2 and 5.
We're gonna go 3 for Butterfinger.
Okay. Skittles. I like a Skittles.
So I've used 2, 3, and 5.
2, 3, and 5.
4.
Okay.
Skittles are fine. I used to like Skittles. The tropical Skittles, pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't want Skittles.
Are you a Skittle by Skittle eater person, or are you a mouthful of Skittles at a time person?
I haven't eaten Skittles in like a decade. So I don't know. Okay. But I previously, you switch it up.
Yeah, you got to do a little of both, I think.
Yeah.
The Payday. This is on the list because of me, because I love paydays.
It's just so much peanuts, dude. It's just
peanut and caramel. It's a delicious combination.
That is caramel, isn't it? Because it's like it doesn't taste like caramel anymore because it's covered in peanuts. So what do I have left? 6 and 1?
Yep.
6.
You're crowning a champion, an unknown champion. Yep. But I think it's pretty good. Number 1 is the Kit Kat.
Oh, I'm okay with that. Kit Kats are good.
Yeah.
Give me a break. You know what I mean?
They've got alternate Kit Kats these days. They're branching out, doing like white chocolate Kit Kat. I got a. They have like the dark chocolate ones now. They have ones with peanut butter in them, I think. Like they're doing everything.
I'm opening up to dark chocolate. Starting to like it a little bit more as I get older. But
you live very close to a terrific chocolate shop, and their dark chocolate is fantastic.
In Bakersfield?
No, in Porterville.
You're talking about Stafford.
Relatively close.
Stafford.
Yeah.
That's an hour away, dog.
It's an hour and a half for me, so you're still closer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got very closer to San Diego. I'm closer to that.
Yeah.
We'll take that offline.
Yeah. All right, so your official candy ranking, blind ranking: Kit Kat, Snickers, Butterfinger, Skittles, Starburst, and my beloved Payday in the number 6 slot.
Yeah, I would go. I think I would put Skittles above Butterfinger.
Just flip flop that guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because I used to love Payday. My dad loves Payday.
They're good, man. They're really good. If you get the soft Payday,
my teeth are gonna fall out.
Yeah, I didn't put Milky Way on here, and I like a Milky Way.
Milky Ways are pretty good, but I get Milky Way and Three Musketeers mixed up. I never know which one's which, so when I pick one up, I'm like, I know I like this. I just can't remember if it's going to be this thing or this thing.
The Three Musketeers has nougat in it, I believe, or some kind of marshmallow.
Who knows what nougat is? Nougat is a mythical substance that people tell me is in things, and I don't know what it is.
That's actually what I make in the past to make my riches. Is I introduced the idea of nougat.
Yeah, but can you describe it?
No, I just never tell them what it is. I just give them stuff, and I go, no, the secret ingredient in that's nougat.
Yeah, and then they're like, "What's nougat?" And you're like, "Yeah, you got to figure it out."
That's those are
And
trade
then
secrets. That's
they
proprietary.
burn you at the stake.
I get a real attitude about it. That's
Yeah.
proprietary to my invention. Oh God, stop stabbing me. I forgot
What?
there's no decorum here.
I gotta look up what nougat is.
All right, last one.
Spelled it right the first chance.
Nice.
First try for
I
the
spelled not to be or not to be. Or whatever.
What are you talking about?
The plans came to naught.
Oh, not. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
not like Slipknot.
Said I spelled N-O-T.
Oh,
good for you. Good for you.
I spelled not.
Dude, nougat, like I'm looking at pictures of nougat and it looks like tofu. Is nougat white?
I believe so.
Dude, I don't know what
that's what
I have no idea what nougat is.
That's what my independent research has led me to believe. You gonna throw it up there for me?
Oh, you want to see it? Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a.
Sorry, I didn't. I'm a bad host.
Give me a look.
That's not what I.
I gotta say that
I pictured. You can't see. Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
I pictured this right here. I thought if I see nougat, I see that. But everything I'm seeing is this like white substance. It looks
it's like pillowy. I think that's the Three Musketeers thing. Is it's like it's not solid.
That's what you're gonna tell the fucking people in the 1800s. It's just it's like pillowy. It's not solid.
Yeah.
And then they make marshmallows. Which, by the way, I'm out. I'm out on marshmallows.
Really?
I don't like marshmallows.
There's only like maybe 3 things that I would put marshmallows in. Like I like them in some hot chocolate. You don't like a marshmallow in hot chocolate?
It's fine. It doesn't really enhance the hot chocolate for me.
Yeah.
It's okay that you do.
Yeah. If it's on sweet potatoes at like Thanksgiving or something, I won't throw it out, but I don't need it.
Yeah. Why? Why are we adding like sweet potatoes are good? What are we doing? And like so every time they're like this candy bar has marshmallows in it. It's like why, dude? The texture's weird.
Yeah.
It just tastes like sugar. Just put sugar in it.
Yeah. Or
you son of a bitch.
Isn't Rocky Road Rocky Road's marshmallows, right?
Rocky Road has marshmallows in it.
Yeah.
Marshmallows and ice cream. Terrible idea. You want hard marshmallows?
And inside of your what is hopefully your soft serve.
Yeah. Well, get this. It's like ice cream. Like it tastes like ice cream because it's just sugar, but it's got a weird texture.
My
How about you like this?
My grandma used to keep Rocky Roads in the freezer, like the candy bar.
I used to.
She also burned me with.
What's the Rocky Road candy bar?
It's the candy bar of Rocky Road, not the. There's a
Rocky Road candy bar.
Yeah, it's very famous.
It's called Rocky Road.
Yeah, has a red wrapper.
I believe you. I'm just looking. Oh man, this looks like the most poor people shit. Oh, those look awful, dude. It's just.
Yeah, I didn't eat them. I'm not saying I was.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Once again, your grandma grew up in a place where this was a treat.
Yeah, she's from the past,
I just remember being a kid and just having a bag of marshmallows and eating them. And now that sounds awful. It sounds like a Fear Factor challenge.
Yeah, I feel like we might have figured out why your stomach turned upside down. If that was just like a stack.
Marshmallows.
Yeah,
I just did it like 3 times a week.
Your A1C is out of control at 9 years old.
You know what I'll give you though?
Okay.
A charred, melty marshmallow.
Pretty good.
But is good.
Yeah.
But the char's doing most of the work. You just like the taste of that char.
Yeah, and you can't really like for a s'more or at like a campfire situation, I feel like the hit rate is not that high. Like I've lost far more marshmallows than I've ever successfully pulled out of that fire and then were able to eat.
You're a historically clumsy man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like them crispy.
I like them.
I want
fucking flaming.
I want that shit crispy. I'm not interested in your flame kissed marshmallow. I want it to have been through some shit,
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah,
to have seen some
I
things.
wanted to look like there was a problem. There was an accident.
Yeah,
We
it was.
we left. We put the marshmallow on the flame, and then we went out and had a bite, and
Yeah,
then we came
yeah,
back.
and it's flaming. Yeah,
Dude,
I wanted to feel like it broke containment from a secret lab.
I made some pizza the other day for the Yankee game,
Mhm.
and hubris once again. I took a bite too early, and I charred the roof of my mouth.
Ooh,
I still have a hole in the roof of my mouth.
how
I
about
tried to eat some my classic Lay's the other day.
those will fuck your mouth up, dude.
Oh boy.
Yeah, somebody.
I it's finally like I'm messing with it with my tongue right now. It's finally almost fully healed. I had a blister on the roof of my mouth.
Yeah. Well, and that sucks because I guess it works like any other, blister injury when you touch something too fast, but like you can't take it back.
No,
Once
you're like, this is
once
gonna suck for a week.
yeah, once it's touched the roof of your mouth, you're like, God, dude, no amount of anything's gonna make this
Mm-mm.
any better.
It's
The
gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt to eat for a week.
Break this pizza down for me. What'd you do?
I bought the dough. Didn't make the dough myself.
Sure. I mean, you have
But
a
I
job. What are you gonna what are you gonna
yeah
do? Yeah.
yeah. What am I, a girl? So I bought the dough. Trader Joe's sells like individual pizza doughs, and I've got a Trader Joe's like right next to my house. So I went down there, got that, got some mozzarella, got some pepperonis, and then I made the sauce. I bought some San Marzano tomatoes, which are the best tomatoes for the record.
Okay.
If you're making almost anything, they're whole tomatoes in a can, so I had to hand crush them with my hands.
Mhm.
And the first one I squeezed, you want to guess if it shot all over my chest?
Yeah, that
It was. I took like I went to like later, like I go to bed or take a shower or something. I realized it was on my underwear band. That's how bad this thing got me. And
Well,
uh,
how hard did you squeeze this thing?
you got to crush them, Dusty.
Yeah, you're one of the Von Erichs, you iron clawed your
I went.
tomato?
I
You
shouldn't have held it arm's length out in front of me.
Yeah,
But no, it escaped. And so you crush tomatoes, some oil, a bunch of different herbs, butter. Put some butter in there, some
yeah,
sugar in the sauce. And you're supposed to cook the sauce with half of an onion in it. You just cut an onion and you put it in the sauce when
oh,
you
and
cook
just
it.
lay it in there?
Yeah, but
Interesting.
I didn't have an onion, so I didn't do that. But you take the onion out at the end, but then obviously you don't just pour it on there with the onion in it. A bunch of garlic, obviously. And the sauce was good. I didn't crush the tomatoes enough, so it was a little chunkier than I wanted it to be.
Sure.
And I didn't roll the pizza out. It wasn't my desired thinness. Some people would like it,
Okay.
and it was fine,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. I should have rolled it out further, but it was good.
Okay. Aside from burning the shit out of your mouth.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good for the split second that I could taste things.
Yeah. All right. I want to do one more because
Okay,
I made
I've got trivia for you after this too.
okay. I made 4 of these. We're doing 4 of these. God damn it.
Is this
All right.
another blind ranking?
Yes, this is
Okay.
blind ranking just baseball players whose names I know, who
Okay.
I thought of
Okay.
to put on this list. Number 1, my favorite baseball player growing up. He was on all the video games, wore a backwards hat, seemed like the coolest dude in the world. Ken Griffey
Oh
Jr.
shit. Coming out with some hot fire.
Yeah.
I have a hot take about Ken Griffey Jr. People always say that he has the prettiest swing of all time, and I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I can name like 10 guys who I think have prettier swings than Ken Griffey Jr.
His swing always looked his swing is the most effortless looking to me. Like
yeah, then there's certain guys that like there is that, but like he kind of like gets along with his front arm. I don't want to get in the weeds, but
sure.
like I thought like Robinson Cano had a cooler swing, and like Ryan Braun had a really pretty swing. A-Rod had a really pretty swing. Anyway, See, it's. I don't know who else is on this list.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr. is a goat. I saw him one time in person. Biggest ass I've ever seen.
Just like wideness wise.
Giant horse legs and a huge ass. And this was like when he was, because when he got older, as people do, but he was like, he got hurt and stuff like that. So like when he was a kid, when he was the kid that they called him, he was slender, but he was a thick boy towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
Giant ass, bro. I'm surprised they got it in the dugout. Like he probably had to stand on the top step of the dugout. We're gonna go 3.
Okay.
With Ken Griffey Jr.
That's a nice middle ground. The greatest baseball wrestling guest of all time recently passed away. We stand a legend, Pete Rose.
My good friend Pete Rose. He slapped me in the face. I am gonna go. I'm not gonna put him over Griffey. I think Pete Rose is a little overrated as a player. He's a great player. Should be a Hall of Famer, but he's not like he's in the inner circle because he has the most hits. You know what I mean? But 4. We're gonna go 4. Pete Rose.
Okay. Let's go with Mark McGwire.
5.
I
love Mark McGwire.
Okay.
I love Mark McGwire, but I'm not putting him over Ken Griffey Jr.
Sure.
Well, I love Mark. I loved as a kid, like he was Superman. He was genuinely. I remember watching him break the record. My dad was selling cars, and we were at the. This is such an old person story. We were at his car dealership. He was selling a car to 2 people who didn't speak English and obviously did not care about the baseball game that was happening. And I was in the corner of this little building. It was tiny. It was not a big car dealership. It was like, you know how some car dealerships have like the inside part where they have the cars inside?
Right.
You couldn't have fit a car in this building. It was a small office. It was like the size of like my living room right here. That's about the size of my living room. Yeah.
Could have put a dot in there.
I'm sitting in the corner watching the game on a literal like 10 to 13 inch black and white television.
Uh-huh.
And my dad's making this deal. I jumped up and went, he did it!
And you could hear the strings of Cheer Up Charlie playing in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was
shut up, Charlie's mom.
I was on a washboard with my shirts at the same time. This guy who my dad was selling a car to turned around in his cowboy hat and just stared at me. It's Mark McGwire.
home run king.
62.
When Mark McGwire broke the record, this is also a very old story. My friend called me on the home telephone to make sure that I had also seen it. And then we talked about it for a little while. And then we were just like,
there's no TiVo.
Yeah, we were just like, okay, bye. And then that was it.
It was a weird like top spin line drive that like barely squeaked over the fence.
He did a weird celebration. And,
he missed first base and had to go back. Super cool. Super cool.
Barry Bonds.
1.
Not even.
Barry Bonds is the greatest goddamn baseball player who ever lived. I don't care about steroids. Nobody. And we'll talk about sweet swings.
Yeah, it's true.
In my opinion, Barry Bonds is a better swing than Ken Griffey Jr. And he was fast, but until his knees gave out, he had the old Macho Man problem.
Giant head. Also funny.
He played good defense. He was the best hitter ever. Number 1. Easy.
Cal Ripken Jr.
That sucks.
You got 5 and 6 available. Or no, you've got 2 and 6.
2 and 6 available. I love Cal Ripken Jr.
Yeah.
I watched Cal Ripken Jr. play his last game at Anaheim Stadium. It wasn't his last game ever. It was the last time he ever played at Anaheim Stadium. And the crowd, like, Angel fans were holding up signs that said, "Thank you, Cal." And he did a lap around the stadium, giving everybody high fives at the end of the game. He had a double off the wall, if I remember correctly. My first Major League game ever.
Oh.
But I'm sorry, Cal, you're going 6. I would probably put him like 3 or 4 range.
Okay.
But I don't have room there. I just have a feeling there's a banger coming.
You escaped it. Something very funny could have happened.
Was the next one going to be like Derek Jeter or something?
No, Hank Aaron.
Oh yeah, I would have had to put him 6. Hank Aaron, I would put 2 on this list.
Okay.
I would put him behind Barry Bonds. So, yeah, just people like Hank Aaron's a weird one because like, he might have played in the Negro Leagues. I know Willie Mays played in the Negro Leagues, but Hank Aaron like barnstormed a little bit before he got to the major leagues, if I remember correctly. But he faced a lot of racial like meanness.
Yeah.
And then when he broke Babe Ruth's record, 2 white guys ran onto the field and he thought he was going to get attacked, and they patted him on the back and hugged him.
Yeah, that was every time I watched that footage, you could tell Hank Aaron's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
yeah, because he was getting death threats. He was getting
Yeah.
a lot of issues. So like, a lot of people, they talk about the home runs, but he was just a consistent player that was good at everything. So one of the best players ever. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So not a bad. I think this is a good list. You got Barry Bonds 1, Hank Aaron 2, Ken Griffey 3, Pete Rose 4, Mark McGwire 5, Cal Ripken 6.
Yeah, I'd switch Ripken and McGwire. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with it, I think.
He did, in fact, play for the Negro Leagues on the Indianapolis Clowns. Bad name.
Dude, they had some... Or a sick name.
Or, I guess, a sick name. But
it sucks that it's a Negro League team.
Yeah.
But they named themselves.
So
we didn't tell them to call themselves the Clowns, for the record.
Cincinnati, or the Chicago American Giants were a Negro League team.
The Homestead Grays were a really good team.
The Toledo Crawfish, or no, Crawfords. I misread.
The Kansas City Monarchs, I believe. And then there was the Black Yankees. They just added black.
The Black Barons.
I'm pretty sure there was the Black Yankees at some point, though.
The Birmingham Black Barons. The Memphis Red Sox. It's interesting. Jacksonville Redcaps.
Yeah, there was the New York Black Yankees. We're a professional Negro League team.
Okay.
They began as the independent team, the Harlem Stars, and then they got renamed the New York Black Yankees in 1932. Oh, dude. Well, I have trivia for you. But
yes.
The Black Yankees, this is why I'm segueing. They played at Paterson, New Jersey's Hinchcliffe Stadium.
Uh-huh.
Tony Hinchcliffe fucked up, dog.
I don't know that I want to even delve into
this is what I'll say. This is the only thing that I'll say.
Okay.
This is the only thing that I'll say. If anywhere else, the joke is still like not a great joke, but it's like it's a fine roast joke. It's a roast joke. Right. You know? But Tony Hinchcliffe is the type of guy that is not gonna ever admit that it was stupid to tell that joke.
That he fucked that joke up. Yeah.
And I mean, even Jon Stewart. Like, did you see the Jon Stewart thing?
I saw the Jon Stewart stuff. Yeah.
He was like, I think that guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, and Jon Stewart even has kind of more of a, as I guess because he's like been in comedy his whole life. He's got more of a stance for the joke than I do. You know, and it's like. You can't do that, especially because Tony Hinchcliffe genuinely does support Donald Trump. He wants Donald Trump to win.
Right. Well,
so he's like, what am I going to do? You know, everybody thinks he's racist. I'm doing my Tony Hinchcliffe impression. Everybody thinks he's racist. It's unbelievable. But then so you go out there and do a bunch of racist jokes.
Well, and
you're not Don Rickles, dog. You're never going to be Don Rickles.
On the other end of it, from what I heard, the defense was, oh, well, someone recommended him to me. I don't know who he is.
Donald Trump immediately just distanced himself. I don't know who that guy is. Apparently, he told a really bad joke.
But that's also no. I don't know if that's worse. But if you're trying to be the president, and they're like, "Hey, this guy wants to come up and do 5 minutes," and you're like, "Yeah, whatever. Let him say whatever he wants," and that's
also dumb. But you think Trump is like, "Yeah, book that person"? You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I'm not saying he did.
His handlers.
Of course, I'm saying he didn't. But if I'm not letting somebody go up for if if you vouched for him, and I don't know their act, I don't know that I'm letting him go up and say, if I'm trying to win something
Yeah.
important, I don't know that I'm letting a guy sight unseen come do his material.
And it's just so funny because like both parties are rolling out just the worst of humanity. Like they had Hinchcliffe just just telling horrible racist jokes,
No.
and then I think it was yesterday, but in the last few days, Cardi B spoke at a Kamala rally, and it's like that girl admitted to drugging and robbing men when she was a stripper.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are we doing, guys? Like, what's going on? She read off her phone the whole speech.
I didn't see that. That's very funny though.
It was awful, and you
yeah.
could tell she struggled to get through it. She was like, she wasn't sounding out the words, but she was almost sounding out the words.
Public.
But anyway,
speaking of which, public gaffes. We'll get to your trivia, but public gaffes that the stakes aren't as high for.
yeah.
I sent you
Yeah. Oh yeah.
some information last week. They unveiled a statue of famed basketball player Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Very famous basketball player Dwayne Wade. Played for the Miami Heat, won championships for the Miami Heat to the degree that they were like, let's put a statue of this guy in front of the stadium. They unveiled the statue.
Yeah.
That whoever did that statue lied about the fact that they could do statues. There's Dwayne Wade. Good looking man, I will say.
He is a good looking man.
Attractive looking man.
Yeah. And there's the statue.
That statue looks like it's in pain. Like it hurt, like it's almost alive. Like it's a young Frankenstein situation.
It looks like AI like tried. Or it looks like NBA 2K like 2005 graphics.
Yeah. He looks so old. Why?
There was a guy who said, "Man, that looks like Morpheus." I can't remember who it was. It was
if
a
there's
basketball player.
There's a side by side on one of those where it's Morpheus in the chair when he's being tortured in the Matrix that looks like that Dwayne Wade statue, and I thought that was really funny. What do we do? We used to build beautiful statues. Are you telling me that statue building ability has gone down?
I have a theory on this.
Okay.
Maybe statues have always sucked. We just don't know what David looked like.
Oh, that's we don't have any. We don't need to compare him to anything.
Cause do you remember? Have you seen the Cristiano Ronaldo bust?
No, I haven't.
The Cristiano Ronaldo one's worse than this. Watch.
Really?
Yeah.
That looks like, where people with tattoos, we know tattoo artists, we know other people who have tattoos. Whenever people get portraits of a loved one, portraits are one of the hardest things to tattoo. And the amount of good ones are so small. Like most of the time they end up looking like Dwayne Wade.
So that's Cristiano Ronaldo.
A good looking man.
Good looking man. You should have seen his teeth before he got rich. Very funny. He had a tooth in his forehead, basically.
Yeah.
This is this is the statue. It's just a bust. It's just a that's the Cristiano Ronaldo.
No.
Yeah.
That looks like it's from Mad Magazine.
What's wrong with his eyes?
Yeah. It looks like they got the dude from the Boardwalk who does a caricature of you and doesn't tell you he's doing it and then tries to charge you for it. Where he's like, "Look, I drew you and your girlfriend," and you're like, the least flattering.
It's like you let a kid do it.
Yeah, they're like, you have to get it in here right now, or this fucking cast won't happen.
I think we struggle with teeth. I think it's like, hey, just do it with his mouth closed. His mouth is closed a lot. It's not like you're like, man, it's not going to look like him unless I show them chompers. You know what I mean?
Right. And we wanted to show Cristiano Ronaldo if he just ran 50 miles.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. But I got to show you. There's a guy who I follow on Instagram because he's a tattoo artist in like Exeter. I think he moved, but he was a tattoo artist in Exeter. And he did a Donald Trump portrait on somebody's leg. Look at this thing, dude.
Sounds like something that would happen in my hometown.
And somebody said, somebody nailed it. Let me see if I can see it. Somebody said, "Hey, look, it's yassified Trump," because it looks like he's got makeup on. It looks like a girl.
Yeah, it's
like, look at his lips.
I'm concerned with the back shadowing, like where his hair is at the top.
It's the American flag. Because see the star here? But they didn't do the whole flag.
Well, that's really terrible. Because
yeah.
I was like, what is the shadowing supposed to be? That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people like posting unfollow and like a bunch of shit.
Yeah. The photos are the hardest thing to do. And so I guess in theory for statues, it would be equally difficult. And maybe you're right. I've come over to your side of the aisle. Maybe the David statue is good because we have no one to compare it to.
We don't know what he looks like, and there's no teeth. That's what you see. Right. That's what you see in a lot of those like old statues. Right, is that they're because it's easier to do that than if they're smiling. And if they're smiling, it starts to look like the Cristiano Ronaldo one. Yeah. There's a huge statue in like Africa that just got done. Let me see.
The big Jesus.
It got done.
Big Jesus statue. Cool. Jesus isn't smiling. They nailed it.
Is it the African? Yeah, 100%. Senegal. Look at this. Look at this thing.
Whoa.
That thing's huge.
That's fun. That thing's pretty sick.
And it's made of bronze.
Yeah.
So it's like, but look, nobody's mouth is open.
Nope.
Everybody just normal looks on their face.
You got them to the side, so you know that helps.
Got him to the side. It's like, look how big this fucking thing is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That thing is cool, dude. Yeah, it makes me it almost makes me want to go to Senegal. But, yeah. Probably not. But sick statue.
Yeah. Good thing the internet.
So I talked. Yeah, good thing the internet exists. I talked about it on my radio show the other day. I'm like, I think maybe if we knew what these people looked like, that were the models in the ancient statues, we wouldn't hold them to such high regard.
Yeah, it's real tough too whenever real life Dwayne Wade is standing in front of
he's standing
old like been through it Dwayne Wade.
It looks like Anthony Anderson got a little older.
I was thinking the guy who remember that famous video of the guy from Intervention who makes that crazy sound? Whatever.
What does he say? Watch your profanity. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, it's the guy, and he goes, he's talking to his dad or something, and he's like, I don't even know that I can love you anymore. And the guy goes, ah. Oh, yeah. It looks like that guy.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That one's great.
It looks like that guy's face whenever he's doing that. Look at Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade.
He's got a round face. Yeah. That's the thing about Dwayne Wade is he's got for an athlete, for a guy who's in great shape, he's got a bit of a round face.
Yeah.
And they had to give him a jawline for some reason.
It's so bad. But I'm wondering if it's a secret smear campaign against Dwayne Wade. He's secretly hated in Miami, because I sent Andrew a clip that I heard from the Ringer Fantasy Football podcast, so I can't take credit for having found this. But the guy has a thing where it's after the Heat have won the NBA championship. So they are very famous. And they're in Miami. And some county supervisor, or maybe the mayor or somebody, is introducing the team. And she's doing like a superlative a superlative introduction for Dwayne Wade. He has the will to win and a tenacity for victory, and his name, of course, Wade Jones. And everybody on the team just kind of looks up. And Dwayne Wade
Alonzo
looks.
Mourning is just like he is not phased at all,
Yeah.
and then he starts laughing a second later,
And
but he
then
just doesn't react.
Dwayne Wade looks behind him,
Yeah.
like for somebody else, and she's like, "What? Oh, Dwayne Wade." And
Your best player.
Oh man, that hurts so bad because that is extraordinarily public, and it's such a gaffe. Like, and she did herself no favors. Of course, his name, of course, is Wade Jones.
See, and the way that I read it is of course, was her trying to search for the name.
Right. But just like we all know who we're talking about here, Wade Jones is who we're talking about.
I gotta, we'll play it real quick. And then I have a story that is similar to this, unfortunately. All right. Screen, share audio, getting better at this.
He's calm, collected, has a will to win because his name, of course, is Wade Jones.
Gary Payton can't believe it. God damn, that team had everybody, bro.
Yeah,
Shaq's they had
Dwayne
Wade, Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, and Gary Payton. God damn.
Yep. And whenever she does the teacher roll call, she goes, his name, of course, Wade Jones. And then nobody moves, nobody does anything, and she looks behind her and she goes, Wade?
Well, she like immediately looks at the thing in front of her and realizes she got the name wrong too. Yeah. She's let's glaze over the fact that she said he has will and determination and all that because his name is Wade Jones. It's like you got a name that's making you do that?
Yeah. There is actually a thing called, what is it, nominative determinism, where it's like people believe that your name, being named something, makes you be something.
I think it's one of those things where it's like what's the sport that they say? In golf, you can't win the Masters on Thursday, the first day, but you can definitely lose it on Thursday.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You can have a name that just absolutely ruins you. Because a lot of parents are stupid and they give kids stupid names. Like every person whose last name is Daniels has a cousin named Jack, you know?
Right.
So I've been on the anti-stupid name train for a long time. I'm going to write a book about it at some point, but don't give your kid a name that they have to explain to people. So that's my version of nominative determinism. But the story that I have, when I was in Little League, I was like, let's say I was 10 or 11. I didn't make the All-Star team, and I really should have, to be honest, but I didn't. That's how it works. You know what I mean?
There's politics, big politicking.
It's tough. It's tough. But
you didn't go out there and do the grassroots.
Tell me if this isn't the most Andrew story of all time. So I would still go and support my friends playing in their All-Star games. But I worked my way up into the announcer's booth.
Yeah.
And I convinced them to let me announce all the names for the teams. So I was the announcer. And I took that shit seriously. Whenever they'd switch pitchers, I'd be like, can I call your attention to the mound, please? Now pitching for Tracy or whatever town that we were playing against. And I had a blast. It was a great time. I would rather played, but it was close. Right. You know,
kind of your dream, kind of your dream gig, even if you didn't know it.
The beginning of my broadcast career.
Right.
I was simultaneously announcing the game and doing the scoreboard. I could push the buttons for balls and strikes and stuff. But it's just announcing. It's not like, hey, he hits a ground ball to second. It's just like now batting, blah blah blah.
Right.
But I had a friend named Brett Sanchez, and I also had a friend named Chad Brown, and I knew these kids. I was on a travel ball team with Brett Sanchez. Brett Sanchez came up to hit, and I said, now batting for Porterville, number 24, Chad Sanchez. And Brett just looks up at the thing, and I was like, pardon me, can I make a correction? Brett Sanchez.
Chad Sanchez doesn't play baseball. Chad Sanchez plays guitar in a reggae
He plays
band.
drunk pickleball.
Yeah. he's playing frisbee golf out at the Y.
But yeah, I was so proud to be able to announce the games.
Yeah.
And that blunder, that boner hit me for it like still every once in a while I think, fucking Chad Sanchez, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
You're running a perfect broadcast.
That's your version of the perfect game. Don't talk to me in between innings.
Yeah,
I've got the names on.
Gotten every name right.
Yeah. I did the Exeter Christmas parade. I emceed it a couple of years because I knew the people who ran it, and they asked me to do it. I did not volunteer to do it, but yeah, it can be hectic, man. They just gave me a run sheet, and it was like I just have to, say the names of everything. But then it was like I had to make little notes in the margins myself because I take it seriously. If I'm going to be saying it, I'm going to, And then by the end, I got loose enough to where I could throw some little jokes in if some of the floats were taking too long. I have an improv background. I'll get out there.
I could be a squid.
Yeah, I could yes and my way through this through this municipal situation.
MCing is so fun because anytime you're funny, it's just a bonus.
Yeah.
And it's an easy crowd. They all laugh at everything.
Yeah, that's the thing is have you seen that Tim Robinson joke where he goes, I think it's at a funeral and they're at the graveside. Maybe it's not, but he comes up to the pastor and he's like, hey, great service today. And the guy goes, yeah, thank you. And he goes, yeah, but those laughs you were getting, those weren't real laughs, right?
That sounds like a Tim Robinson one, but I haven't seen that.
And the guy's like, what? And he goes, well, those aren't real laughs. These people are here. They want to laugh. You don't have to work for it or whatever.
The easiest crowd to make laugh is one that doesn't expect you to make them laugh. In terms of it's not a comedy show. It's like you can make anybody laugh.
All right. Nominative determinism is the idea that people tend to pursue careers or have interests that are related to their names. This is only a term that goes back to 1994. And if you call bullshit,
very interesting.
Sandy Fish owns a seafood restaurant. How about that?
Who fucking cares? In sports, you can see you can hear last names, and you're like, that's a baseball last name, or that's you got some wacky name from Alabama.
Yeah.
You're definitely a football player, right?
Yeah. Clark, and that guy's a baseball player.
If your name is Corbin, first name or last name,
yeah.
Oh no, mostly first name. You are a baseball player, so that happens. I mean, there was a guy named Cleat something that played baseball.
Yeah.
And then the Grant Balfour was a pitcher.
Study found that the number of lawyers with the last name Counsell in 2002 was 1,000% higher than expected.
But that's probably 3.
Right. Look, these are the examples that they're given.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an interesting thing. But it's also weird because it's like, well, what if your last name's Walker? And they're like, he's walking. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
My dad actually changed his name. His name was Johnny Car Salesman.
Yeah. And I whenever I came over on the Mayflower, I was Dusty Processes mortgage loans, but they thought that was too long, didn't fit on the entry form.
Yeah, some of my family is Billy Drug Addict.
Yeah. That's a common last name. I got a bunch of those. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we might be related.
That's true.
By the way, not gonna name her. My cousin, 100 days sober.
Nice.
She did. She was on the M word. So she looks great. She got all new teeth. It's crazy.
Good.
But shout out to her. Not gonna name her, but shout out to her. We're gonna do some trivia.
Okay. It would be very funny if you made like real ballbuster trivia based on what happened last week. I'll still do the trivia.
I didn't do that. I thought
Yeah.
about that for a second. Like, we're gonna do quantum physics trivia,
Yeah.
you bitch. I'm gonna give you an option.
Okay.
Fast and Furious franchise trivia,
Okay.
or finish the Weird Al lyric.
Ooh.
Caveat.
Oh, okay.
Caveat with the Weird Al lyric.
Okay.
I will let you pick the album.
Okay.
So, do you want to do Fast and Furious trivia, or do you want to do finish the Weird Al lyric? You get to pick the album.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know it's tough.
Which one of these do I think I will do better at?
And I'll tell you this.
Okay.
I picked medium for Fast and Furious trivia.
You know what? I can't pass up Weird Al, man.
All right.
Can't do it.
What album would you like for me to pick the songs from?
I suppose we'll go. Let's go with what's
You
the
getting
one?
a phone call right now?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
What's the one that Smells Like Nirvana's on?
Fuck, I don't know. Bad Hair Day?
No.
Did I get that right?
It's the one where he's in the pool. Off the deep end?
Off
maybe?
the Deep End.
Yeah. Let's go with that one.
Okay. This is going to take a little bit because I'm going to have to Google the lyrics to show some of these songs. Okay. Smells Like Nirvana lyrics. We'll go from Smells Like Nirvana.
All right.
Okay. I was going to sing these, but I don't. This is tough because a lot of this is he's literally mumbling. Okay. We'll go. Now I'm mumbling and I'm screaming,
Yeah.
and I don't know what I'm singing.
Yeah.
Crank the volume, ears are bleeding. I still don't know what I'm singing.
Yeah.
We're so loud and incoherent. What's the next one?
Oh.
We're so loud and incoherent.
Man, this ought to bug your parents.
I'm trying to think if I need to be fucking tough on you for this one. It's Boy, This Ought to Bug Your Parents.
You know.
We'll give you half a point.
Okay. There's a show that Sarah and I watch called Don't Forget the Lyrics. I would have been fucking out because they are by the letter. Yeah, but they give you lifelines. So I didn't want to introduce that as a wrinkle here, but
okay, we'll go Trigger Happy.
Okay.
Do you know Trigger Happy?
Yeah.
Well, you can't take guns. You can't take my guns away. I got a constitutional right. Yeah, I got to be ready.
Oh man. Okay. Can't take away my constitutional right. Gotta be ready in case the commies attack us tonight.
Fuck, you're getting another half a point.
Or is it the Russians?
I got to be ready if the commies attack us tonight.
If the commies attack us tonight.
For the record, we're going genius.com. Sometimes these lyrics are wrong, but we're going at what genius.com says, okay?
That's
we can circle back and see if it was in case, you know?
Right.
Okay, so I can't watch this.
Let's go with it. I don't know if I know it. These are should have picked the Weird Al greatest hits. God damn it. You didn't say it couldn't be a
God
greatest
damn it,
hits.
I would have let you.
Yeah.
I would have let you. I was hoping you'd go running with scissors.
That's I know.
But that's my Weird Al.
Yeah, I'm mostly I might be a poser. I know this album. I had this album, but I know the greatest hits way more than the album by album.
My TV makes me so bored. Makes me say,
oh my. I mean, oh man.
My TV
right.
makes me so bored.
No, it
makes me say.
Here's my conundrum.
Yeah.
Weird Al's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lyrical wordsmith. The easiest thing to do here would be to put the rhyme that's in the real song.
Yeah.
But do I believe that that's something that Weird Al would do?
Well, if you don't know it,
Right.
What, are you going to get lucky and nail what he said, you know?
Well, that's what I'm okay. My TV makes me so bored. Makes me say, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Makes me say, "Oh my lord!"
Nailed it.
Ah,
He kept the lyric.
look at him go. Saved me.
Okay. How about this then?
Okay.
Unless, is there another one on the White Stuff, something like that? Or do you want to pick the next Weird Al song we do?
Let's do. Is it on?
No, it could be any album.
Oh, any Weird Al? Okay.
I'm rooting for you, Dusty.
Right. You're on.
I'm not doing how many Weird Al songs are there, Dusty? That's what you did last week.
That's what I did to you. I'm very sorry. Let's do Amish Paradise. I feel like I know Amish Paradise pretty well.
Okay. Hopefully you guys are Weird Al fans out there.
Yeah. If they're listening to this, the amount of Weird Al related content we've done.
A local boy kicked me in the butt last week. I just smiled at him and I turned the other cheek. I really don't care. In fact, I wish him well.
Oh. I'll be laughing my head off while he's burning in hell.
I'm going to give you that one because he says, "Cuz I'll be laughing at my head off."
Okay.
When he's burning in hell. But I'm going to give you that one.
A local boy kicked me in the butt last week.
It's so stupid. I had to talk to somebody about Weird Al the other day, and I'm just like, it's so stupid. Like, he has a song called "Dare to Be Stupid," and he genuinely dared to be stupid. Anyway, you want another one?
Yeah, let's. You know what? You pick. Just pick. You give me a relatively popular Weird Al song.
How are you with "The Saga Begins"?
Downside to that is that shit's gonna be in my head the rest of the day.
I know.
But we can do it. Let's do it.
All right.
But because anytime I listen to it, the rest of the day I'm going.
Dude, when I hear American Pie, my head is going. This here Anakin guy. Oh, we talked about that in the car on the way to Green Day.
Yeah. Well, and the other amazing thing is, I don't think that they told him very much about. Because I think he asked, Lucas or whoever if he could do the song, and they're like, yeah, and then they didn't give him very many plot details about the first movie, but then he like guessed a bunch of it, or it kind of follows it anyway, even though they didn't give him all the information.
Yeah, I mean, he nailed it.
Yeah.
I don't know the movie that well, but this is my version of the movie. If somebody was like, "Hey, what happens in
the Phantom Menace?" Well,
in the Phantom Menace, well.
some Gundams died.
Well, I know he built C-3PO. So we'll go with the Gungans died. And in the end, some Gungans died. Some ships blew up and some pilots fried. A lot of folks were croaking.
The battle droids were broken.
The battle droids were broken.
Yeah.
And the Jedi I admire most met up with Darth Maul, and now he's toast. Well,
and
I'm still here, and here's a ghost.
I guess I'll trade that boy.
Okay. Do you know a complicated song? The one with it's complicated by
Avril Lavigne. No,
Avril Lavigne.
That one is not one I know.
Do you know Jerry Springer?
Oh yes. Well, I know it's a takeoff 1 week. We'll see how it goes. See, this is the genius. He's so funny, and it's like, and it's nobody hears 1 week and then goes, you know what? I could put the events of the Jerry Springer show to this.
How about this one? It's been 1 week since they had the fight with the Siamese twins and the transvestite. 5 days since that awful brawl. They still haven't got the blood off the wall. It's been 3 days since the bitter feud.
Nope. I don't got it.
Between the KKK and that gay Jewish black dude. All right, that was a 0. You got 0 on that one.
All right, I'm actually flipping the script on you because I'm going to look up one for you.
How about I'm trying to think what a good other song would be. Biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. Do you know that one?
Let's do biggest ball of twine in Minnesota.
Okay, so the very next day we loaded up the car with potato skins and pickled wieners, crossword puzzles, Spider-Man comics.
Oh,
I wouldn't have got this.
God damn it. So the very next day we loaded up the car. No, I don't got it.
And Mama's homemade rhubarb pie. So we're gonna go out of 7 this time. These are taking me too long. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 2 halves. You got 4 out of 7. Look at you.
That's not the worst, considering it's
in the acceptable window of where we want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially considering the like the esoteric nature
I know.
of these of this.
You got to really remember rhubarb pie.
Yeah, well, and just like the amount of stuff you got to know, and then the amount of stuff you got to think that you know going in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm picking one of my favorite Weird Al songs that I think we both love. Since you've been gone. Remember that one where it's the acapella?
Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna know. Like you're gonna have me do Since You've Been Gone.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you the first.
There's only one. There's one line that it better be, and other than that, I'm not gonna know it.
Oh well, I'm feeling like I stuck my hand inside a blender and turned it on. You know, I've been in a buttload of pain since you've been gone. I couldn't feel any worse if you dropped.
No, I don't know. The line was going to be, I've been in a buttload of pain. I was really hoping it was going to be that one.
I couldn't figure out how to get to that. That is the funnier line. I couldn't feel any worse if you dropped a 2-ton bowling ball on my toe. I like, okay, try it. Since you've been gone, well, I feel like I've been chewing on tinfoil. Since you've been gone, it feels like I got...
something oil.
A great big mouth of cod liver oil. I'll give you... Yeah. That's right before, since you've been gone. Well, I feel like I've been chewing on tinfoil. Since you've been gone, it's like I got a great big mouth of cod liver oil. Oh, well, I'm feeling like I stuck my hand inside a blender and turned it on. You know, I've been in a buttload of pain since you've been gone. Buttload of pain is such a funny...
That's very funny
combination of words.
When you're trying to like sing about your sorrows,
yeah.
You say buttload.
But then the turn is, it's all of that stuff, and then he feels almost as bad as he did when she was still here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
All right, you want to do the dozen? Get ourselves
a dozen. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I might try to edit the trivia so there's less searching, but
sure.
I might not.
Right. Well, if you do that, then you have to edit this part now too, where you explain the edit.
I edited a good chunk out of our last episode.
Okay.
When it was me, I talked about what did I talk about? Something serious, and I was like, we don't need that. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
So it was like, but I cut the episode by like 20 minutes. It was great.
You are known to bring the mood down considerably.
Listen, I contain multitudes.
Right.
This is the Dozen Daily Trivia. It is ran by Barstool Sports. The first 3 questions are always sports, and the rest are general American culture. College football's on here, so we're not going to get 10. We're not going to get 9, but we'll see. Despite being limited, this is NFL. Despite being limited by injuries, Will Fuller V managed to total over 3,000 receiving yards for this AFC team from 2016 and 2020.
I hate to nitpick, but I believe that's Will Fuller V. Is his actual name.
Is it really V?
No. I'm just.
Oh, I was gonna say, dude, just stupid parents.
Yeah. Well, Will Fuller V, making him put the V is also extraneous. Yeah. This is the Houston Texans, by the way, because I know that because every year I would draft Will Fuller V on my fantasy league because they're like sleeper dude.
No,
this year, yeah. And then every year his hamstring would rip in half.
Hey, he got some yards, though.
That's true.
Over 3,000 receiving yards.
Yeah.
College football. This quarterback played at Alabama from 2010 to 2013 and was their starter for 2 BCS national championship wins. AJ McCarron?
Oh. I don't have a guess, so that's fine. I was like Tua,
I feel
but
like-
that's too soon.
I feel like McCarron's later, but we'll try it. Oh, look at
Okay.
me, college football guru. We're in business.
Okay.
A lot of pressure on me for this next one. MLB, please be in like the early 2000s. Mike Piazza played the final season of his career as a DH for this American League team in 2007. Oh, fuck. I want to say Baltimore Orioles for some reason. Hold on, let me think about this. This sucks. This really sucks. If
Yeah,
this is the one that we
and the problem is I can't give. Not that I could give you much. I can't give you any.
I don't know why I want to say the Orioles, but I want to say the Orioles or the Rays. It wasn't the Yankees. I was gonna say like Dodgers because I think he played Dodgers later in his career, but
I think he was Dodgers before Mets.
yeah, but I don't know. I feel like he went.
Or maybe
back
he
to the
went
Dodgers,
back?
but I could
I
be
don't
wrong. But the Dodgers are in the end now, so it doesn't matter. Let me think about AL teams. It wasn't the Angels. It wasn't the like Tigers or the Indians or the like. I'm gonna go Orioles, man, and I don't know if it's it. I also feel like it could be the Rays or the Rangers.
Okay. I mean, I got to follow you.
I know.
So.
We're gonna go Orioles.
I don't got it.
God damn it!
We
We'll
might get
double
another
dip
shot
that.
at it. Yeah.
Geography. Formerly known as Petrograd and Leningrad, this city is the second largest city in Russia by population.
Man.
Sochi?
No, I don't. Well, I you know what? I'm sorry to have dismissed you so quickly. I don't have any idea.
It's probably not
It's
the
not
big one.
It's not Moscow for sure, because that's the capital.
What's
right?
another city in Russia?
There's Sochi. There's Siberia. But
I don't think it's a city.
No, that's just the tundra.
I'm pretty sure that's not a city.
St. Petersburg?
Listen.
Is it St. Petersburg? Isn't there a
I think we should go St.
Isn't
Petersburg.
there a Russian St. Petersburg?
I think we should go St. Petersburg.
Seeing the movie Napoleon really help out in this situation.
Nailed it!
Oh!
Yeah. Look at us.
Oh, man.
Mash up. Get ready.
Yeah.
Okay, that is fuck, what is that guy's name?
Is that
Isn't
J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons, yes.
Okay.
I don't know who Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Not with the mustache, but
Oh, the eyes. Maybe yeah.
the mouth and the eyes look like Ryan Reynolds, but the brow looks older than I don't know. Like, we're going J.K. Simmons and Ryan Reynolds.
Those look like the eyes of an actor with limited range. So let's put Ryan Reynolds on there. Boom, slam Reynolds. Take that.
Got him.
Who cares if your movie's the biggest hit of the year?
Look at us.
Oh, look,
dude. If I have to double dip that fucking baseball one, it's got to be Rangers or Rays. I feel like it's got to be Rangers or Rays, but we'll see.
Okay.
Chain restaurants. Founded in Palo Alto in 1977, this chain is primarily located in shopping centers, spelled incorrectly, has over 300 locations, and is one of the largest fresh cookie retailers in the United States.
Fuck.
Auntie Anne's?
No, she does.
Aren't they? No, that's a pretzel place.
Yeah.
It's a chain that's primarily located in shopping centers. Oh, is this Crumble?
It could be. I don't know that Crumble's that old, but I don't know anything.
I can't think of other ones.
Yeah, because like Otis Spudmeyer, Spunkmeyer. I don't think they have a store, right? I go to the mall every day. There's a mall across the street from where I work.
Is a mall a shopping center?
I think that's what it means. But like, I mean, yeah, let's go with Crumble because I don't have a.
I'm trying to think what else is in. Like, I can't think of a cookie place in the mall.
No, pretzel places, hella pretzel places. Grandma's cookies, but those are in
It's not. We're not going to do it
Perfect
this
game
time.
is out the window.
We got a college football one.
I know.
What actor had a lead role as movie star Vincent Chase in Entourage from 2004 to 2011?
Oh, Aquaman himself. That's Adrian Grenier.
I would not have gotten this one.
Yep.
Movies. Grossing over $240 million worldwide, Tom Hanks played an American aviator in this 2016 biographical drama directed by Clint Eastwood.
I believe that is Sully, about famed pilot Sully Sullenberger.
I think that is true.
That's pretty good.
Aviator fucks me up on that one.
It's a very good movie. Like Sully's a good ass movie.
This American singer had some big hits in the 1990s with her songs "Come to My Window," "I'm the Only One," and I Want to Come Over."
Oh shit! I actually do. I know "Come to My Window."
I don't know any of these.
Is this like a Lisa Loeb, Sarah McLachlan kind of?
I'm the only one. I want to come over. I can't think of any of these songs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come to my window.
I think I know "Come to My Window," but all I have now are Weird Al melodies in my head, so I can't think of what how
Come
it
to
goes.
my window.
Yeah. Give it to me. Come to my window. Uh-huh.
I don't fucking.
Yeah, I don't got it, unfortunately.
We'll go Lisa Loeb. It was not Lisa Loeb. We're gonna double dip.
All
We're
right.
gonna double dip MLB, and I'm gonna go the Texas Rangers. And I was wrong. God damn it. That one hurts. That one hurts. Music. Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah, I would have never. I wouldn't have got it.
Yeah. Chain restaurants. Mrs. Fields. Fuck. I feel like we should have gotten that one. Mrs. Fields. Yeah, we should have gotten that one. Kai's real mad at us for not getting that one, I feel like. MLB. The A's. I'm gonna jump in front of traffic right now. I don't know if I would have picked them, but they should have been in the running because that would have sounded familiar if I would have thought of the A's.
I was thinking the Rays were a good.
By the way,
yeah.
Do you see the advertisement that is on my screen right now? I just saw it.
Oh.
It is a Four Loko koozie sponsored by a woman named Riley Reid.
Yeah.
Whoever that is, you know.
Doesn't ring a bell.
And it is a rubber fist.
What do you think that messaging is trying to convey?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what this world's coming to.
So I have one more Weird Al lyric for you.
Okay.
It is from the song "Pretty Fly for a Rabbi."
Oh, I might get this one.
This is the lyric that I feel the most comfortable trying to get you to guess. On high holy days.
You really struggled with
Yeah,
that.
sorry. On high holy days, he prays and prays, and he never eats pastrami on white bread. Blank blank. On high holy days, he prays and prays, and he never eats pastrami on white bread.
I don't know that. I don't know that line. This isn't a parentheses line, is it?
No. He never eats pastrami on white bread with mayonnaise. With
mayonnaise. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
He never eats pastrami on my bread with mayonnaise. Yeah, I'm pissed. I should have known that one. That one passed me by.
Put on your yarmulke and hey, do the Hebrew thing.
So how about you? Have you seen this Jew? He reads the Torah, does his own accounting too.
He's doing well. These are Jewish. These are like Yiddish words. I don't know them. The Yentas love him. Even Shikshas love him, or even Shikshas thinks he's swell. Oh man, what a guy Weird Al is.
He's the best.
Yeah. Oh, are we gonna do movie to movie?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Let's do movie to movie. Well, cap it off with a victory.
What's the? Oh, we did movie grid. Let's do movie grid.
Oh
too.
yeah, we did the Vulture movie grid.
All right, we've got Queen of the Damned and Vamps.
Well,
That looks like what's her name? Ritter.
oh yeah, Kristen Ritter. I don't know who's in Queen of the Damned. Well, I know Aaliyah's in Queen of the Damned.
Stuart Townsend, Aaliyah, Marguerite Moreau, Vincent Perez, Paul McGann, Lena Olin, Claudia Black, Bruce Spence, Christian Mannon, Matthew Newton, Tyriel Mora, Megan Cooper, Roland S. Howard. There's nobody that I see. Jonathan Davis.
Oh, sick. Go.
Do you know any of these people?
No, a bunch of zilches. And Aaliyah, R.I.P. So let's see who's in Vamps.
Alicia Silverstone. That is Kristen Ritter.
Okay.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yes.
Richard Lewis.
Yes.
Wallace Shawn. Malcolm McDowell. Zach Orth.
Okay.
I feel like we have to work from the other one.
Yeah.
I feel like we gotta go. We gotta like click this top guy and see what he's in.
Yeah. Or Aaliyah.
Aaliyah's not in a lot,
right?
Is she?
No. Let's go.
Let's click
yeah.
the top guy. He's in Stranger in Paradise, Chaos Theory, Aeon Flux, The Best Man.
With Charlize, that's something. Might be able
Can
to
we get some
somewhere.
from Charlize to Sigourney, maybe?
Yeah. Or who else was Wallace? I'm really trying to get Wallace Shawn involved here, but that might be a really hard.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, we got Connery.
Okay.
Connery's in a lot of stuff.
That helps, yeah.
I'm not seeing.
Can we get to Jim?
We've also got.
Can we get to Jim Carrey somehow? That's what I want. I want a Jim Carrey situation.
Looks like Seth Green is in The Best Man.
Actually, I think I can. If we go Aeon Flux, then we can go Charlize, who was in Long Shot with Steve Carell. Or no, was in Long Shot with Seth Rogen, who was in 40-Year-Old Virgin with Steve Carell.
Are you doing a Burt Wonderstone situation right now?
We could. I was going to go Bruce Almighty, but we could go.
We're doing Burt Wonderstone.
Let's do Wonderstone.
We're doing Burt Wonderstone.
Jim Carrey, who was in Liar Liar with Carrie Ewells.
Hell yeah, dude.
Who was in Princess Bride with Wallace Shawn.
Oh, it's called The Princess Bride, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just if I type Princess Bride.
You know what I'm talking about. With Wallace Shawn, who was in Vamps.
Fucking Wallace Shawn.
Let's give Wallace Shawn his moment to shine. That one was for me. I know it took 7 to get there, but that's...
You got to give Wallace Shawn his flowers.
But that's for me.
Marguerite Moreau was in Queen of the Damned. She was also in Wet Hot American Summer with Zach Orth, who's in Vamps.
Great.
Dumbass.
Don't care. Wallace Shawn, dude.
Wallace Shawn, dog. Find me somebody who went through Wallace Shawn to get there.
Yeah, you made the biggest blunder of all. Never bet with the Sicilian when death is on the line.
Okay.
He's the
We've
best.
got our actors are Jamie Foxx, Dame Judi Dench, and Christoph Waltz.
Okay.
So Jamie Foxx, release date 2010 to 2019. I mean, Django.
Yeah, I was gonna say the point of this is it's a movie grid, and you have to try to fill in with the least guessed percentage of guesses. You get higher points.
And so there's names on the left side. It's a 9 square grid. There's 3 names on the left side. On the top is like features of the movie. So our names are Jamie Foxx, Judi Dench, and Christoph Waltz, and we got to find things that work for them that have a release date of 2010 to 2019, have a one-word title, and Oscar-winning film. We can also... Did Django win an Oscar?
Yes. But we might want to...
So we could probably use... That and Oscar winning, does that mean any Oscars? Like
Yes, I think.
sound design?
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter, and I think Christoph Waltz won anyway. So
Okay. 21%.
okay,
Pretty common answer, probably. One word title, Ray.
yeah, I feel like that's the big. That's a big one.
Yeah, I just don't know a lot of Jamie Foxx movies.
Oh, he's in a really terrible movie called Stealth, about a killer plane.
Want to use it?
Yeah, I say let's use it. I think Stealth's pretty low on the radar.
5%.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad. Release date 2010 to 2019.
Okay.
He's probably in an animated movie.
Yeah. I'm trying. He hasn't been in like a whole heap and a lot of stuff in the last few years. We already used Django.
Yeah, we could have used Ray for that.
Yeah. Let's take a break on Jamie Foxx for a second. Let's work on some.
Judi Dench. I know the one word title.
Okay. Do it.
The worst goddamn movie.
Yep.
One of the worst movies ever made. Cats. 14%.
Now, is
Not
she
bad.
a Jellicle cat or no?
She is like Miss Deuteronomy. She is the Jellicle cat.
Okay. Oscar winning.
I think that was her name.
She's in Shakespeare in Love, I think.
I only know Cats.
I can only vouch for Cats.
59%.
Yeah.
That was a bad one.
Yeah. But that might be the only one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only one I know.
She's probably in another one, but
2010 to 2019. Let's go with the Exotic Marigold Hotel. Because she's in the Bond movies, but I feel like the Bond movies are going to get a lot of guesses.
23.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Might have outsmarted myself on that one.
Christoph Waltz. I only know the Tarantino movies. So Oscar-winning film, we could do Inglourious
Bastards. Yeah, and I think that's maybe it. Because I don't know that he's won an Oscar for anything else. Or been another. I guess he could have been in a movie that won.
I think he has 77%, but I think he has, but I don't know.
Okay, 2010 to 2019. Let's go Alita Battle Angel.
For Waltz?
Yeah. Because he was definitely in that. Although that might be, I don't know. He's not in a ton of movies that I'm aware of.
Oh, it's Alita. Okay.
Yeah.
8%, not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's not too bad.
So we got one word title, Christoph Waltz. Release date, Jamie Foxx.
One word title for Waltz. The only thing I can think of is he was in Spectre, the Bond movie.
Was that, I guess
it's one
counts.
word.
Cool.
Yeah.
59%. So we need Jamie Foxx between 2010 and 2019. Was he in like a Madagascar? Was he in like a...
Oh, he's in... Ooh. I don't know when that came out, though. He's in Soul, which is a Disney movie, but I think that came out during the pandemic.
Oh, so it might be post-2019.
It might be post-2019, yeah.
He's in Django, which we've already used.
Yeah.
He was in Ray, but Ray was way before 2010, I think.
Yeah. Was he in like... Is he in Top 5? That's a Chris Rock movie, but I don't know if Jamie Foxx is in it.
Is he in like a... Did they put him in like one of those old guy movies? He's not in any like Grown Ups or any of that stuff.
Yeah, I feel bad. I don't have a ton of Jamie Foxx. Like, I might have to punt on this one.
What was the one? Top 5?
Yeah, that's the...
We'll go with top 5. Try again. God damn it. All right, we got to look up. All right,
Jamie
so
Foxx
most popular correct answers. We used Shakespeare in Love was the most popular one for that. Ray was the most popular. He's in a Spider-Man movie.
Oh shit! Of course, yeah, he's in Amazing Spider-Man 2. He plays Electro.
Spectre was most popular. Inglourious Bastards. Django was most popular for Christoph Waltz and release date. Skyfall. And then, I didn't know Jamie Foxx was in Toys.
Oh,
I've seen Toys.
Yeah, it's been a long. That was on a double. That was on a double videotape my grandma sent me that had Aladdin and Toys. Toys didn't get a lot of play on that VHS.
Well, it was fine. We watched it for Refund Theater.
Yeah.
A Million Ways to Die in the West, 2010 to 2019.
Ah, shit. Okay. Yeah, he's in stuff. He's just in a bunch of stuff that I either forgot he was in or I didn't watch. Because he's in Due Date, that Galifianakis movie. He's in Rio, where he plays an animated character. Horrible Bosses.
I knew there was going to be like some sort of animated vehicle.
Annie.
But
he was in the remake of Annie.
He played Annie.
Yeah. they really
this Hollywood diversity stuff's getting too
crazy. They
crazy.
really turned it. He was in Baby Driver. He was in the Robin Hood that they tried to do in 2018. Stop trying to make Robin Hood happen. Not happening anymore.
You got Costner, man.
Yeah, you got and that's not even a great movie in my
it sucks,
estimation,
but it's
like
classic.
Yeah, and you've got the one with the foxes, the Disney one. So, leave it be. They've tried to reboot Robin Hood like 4 or 5 times, and it's just nobody cares. It's like King Arthur. Nobody's going to see King Arthur movies anymore. King of the Hill.
They'll make a King of the Hill. They'll make another. What do you mean you only opened 2? They'll make another Joan of Arc movie in the next 10 years, and it'll bomb.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
Oh, that's the same energy, by the way. Sometimes you'll see a TikTok or a reel that's like, show me 2 clips that have the same energy. King of the Who and what do you mean you only ate 2? Or what do you mean you only opened 2? Those are the same energy.
It's the same thing. It's the ew at the end.
Yeah,
Even though like Willy Wonka is not set in England. Why does that guy talk like that?
Is it not set in England?
I don't think it is. Charlie doesn't talk in a British accent.
He's got a little bit of a thing going, doesn't he?
I don't think
For
so.
For some reason, I think that it's British, the old one.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It feels very British.
Yeah, well, because it also seems like it's in a bombed out WW2 situation. They just got over WW2, the big one. What was Wonka manufacturing during that time? Wartime bonds?
Let me see. Because Grandpa Joe doesn't have an accent either, does he? Willy Wonka definitely doesn't have an accent.
Yeah. What if Willy Wonka was a war profiteer? That's how he made all his money to open his chocolate
factory. It's a fictional city on planet Earth.
Oh, all right. Well, at least, yeah, that guy's British as shit.
The 2? What do you mean you only opened 2?
That guy's the reason Eric Idle got into acting. He's like, me and that guy sound the same.
Fucking Eric Idle. Bring out your dead. I watched the clip again the other day of George Harrison quitting the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to leave the band now. When? Right now.
Right now.
Just replace me.
And I sent you a clip that will never get old in my mind. I saw it come up and I was like, I have to send this to Andrew. Jerry the King Lawler being eliminated from the 1997 Royal Rumble, where he's on commentary. His music starts to play. He takes his commentary helmet off, or his
helmet.
Yeah, his helmet, and he takes
his headphones off.
He takes his headphones off, and he tells Vince McMahon, "I told you that it takes a king." And
he's like, "Watch this, boys."
Yeah. And he takes his headset off and he gets in the ring. He takes his jacket off, gets in the ring, and immediately gets punched out of the ring by Bret the Hitman Hart. And he comes back over to the commentary table and he goes, "To know a king." And he sits back down.
He finishes the sentence, yeah. And then he's like, I should have entered this.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna enter next year.
Yeah, throughout the rest of the match, he's got CTE.
amnesia.
Yeah,
he doesn't remember that he was in the thing.
Anyway. Top shelf comedy. Anyway, thank you to everybody who listens. We appreciate you, and we honestly leave some feedback. Let us know how we're doing. I love hearing the feedback. truly. So let us know. And also, like Andrew didn't get the chance to say it because I took us to Casey at the bat at the beginning. But
Took us to Mudville.
yeah, we're we don't you merely stay in Mudville. I was born in it.
Yeah.
Raised
I
by
was
it.
molded by
Yeah.
it.
So we're on all the things. There's Instagrams, there's Twitters, there's all that stuff. Follow us if you want. There's nothing else going on that's important. That so just follow the old snart marks. We'll be back again next week, taking that one-way ticket out of Mudville. Bye, everybody.
And we're not going to talk about the election next week. We might be like, hey, he won or she won or whatever, but I don't have this conversation.
My screen is all blacked out. You'll know. Yeah, let's not do it.